southeastern part of the city. Rose came to a number of our events at Francisco Middle School.
Thank you, Mr. Principal. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Speaker.
Thank you.
Tell the principal he follows the rules. Next speaker, please.
Good afternoon, board members. Lee Hepner. I have a statement from former Supervisor Eric Marr. I support the naming of the Chinatown Rose Pack Station. For years, I worked closely with Rose Pack, various merchant associations, and transit equity advocates from Chinatown and North Beach in support of the subway and the neighborhood needs. I wasn't always an ally of Pack, but toward the last years of her life, I developed a stronger relationship with her. I especially appreciated her critical role in advancing transportation, health equity, public space, and community safety needs throughout the city. I support the broad coalition of Chinatown, North Beach, and community groups urging your naming of the Chinatown Rose Pack Station. Sincerely, Eric Marr. On a more personal note, as a board member of the Harvey Milk LGBTQ Democratic Club, we also support the renaming of Chinatown Rose Pack Station. We just came off of the renaming of SFO Terminal 1 after Harvey Milk, who in his time was also a strong and often divisive figure. That was a tumultuous decision. I think that it was a successful decision. We applaud it. We understand the meaning of representation and encourage you to do this today. Thank you.
Next speaker, please.
Good afternoon. My name is Luis Zamora, and I'm co-president of the San Francisco Young Democrats. We are comprised of more than 200 civically engaged members throughout the city and county of San Francisco. I'm here today to speak on their behalf, and I can tell you that we believe Rose Pack was Chinatown's warrior, we believe Rose Pack was Chinatown's guardian, and we believe that Rose Pack is Chinatown. It's because of Rose and her efforts that this central subway system even exists. We would not be here debating this if it weren't for her. Now, it has been stated that there are some hesitations in naming the station, that possibly future generations may have something else in mind. Well, I'm here to tell you that we are that future generation, and we support the naming of the station to the Chinatown Rose Pack Station. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next speaker.
Thank you so much. My name is Arnold Townsend, Reverend Arnold Townsend, and just want to say a couple of words. First of all, I came to support naming the station the Rose Pack Station. Like many other people, we did not always agree. And quite frankly, the only people I've ever found who gets everyone to agree with them are the people who never do anything and the people who never accomplish anything. And so in that end, we had our differences, but I could never say she did not care about the Chinatown community first in her mind. And she worked hard to get everything the people of Chinatown deserved. Finally, after someone who's lived in the Fillmore district for 52 years, I can tell you the danger of naming places after the place name, because that changes. I was here 40 years before I ever heard of Lower Pacific Heights. That was the Fillmore. There were black-owned businesses and African Americans lived up there. Now it's something altogether different. But the places we named after people are still there.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Dear board members, I urge you not to use...
Give us your name, please.
Oh, my name is Kathy Zhang, live and work in San Francisco. I urge you not to vote Rose Pack's name. We've heard some people supporting the naming, claiming she helped obtain affordable housing for low-income people. But she herself obtained a 2-bedroom BMR unit by cheating and perjury. She used the address of Chinese Chamber of Commerce as her home address on both tax return and application for BMR unit. At the time she applied, she already owned a housing in Oakland. So why would you order such a cheater to occupy a BMR unit, which was supposed to be for a real low-income family? What message MTA is sending to the public by naming such a person who committed perjury? I urge you follow your naming policy and name the subway as Chinatown Station, no Rose Pack. Thank you so much.
Next speaker, please.
Good afternoon, I'm Hong Li. I want to show you video.
Michelle. I'm an interpreter for the video that he's going to show.
我们放一个商家的视频，今天这个商家。
My name is Wang Ting Li. My store is located at 585 Grand Avenue. I have been in business for 28 years. I strongly support Chinatown Station as the name of Central Station. I don't like using Rose Park's name. Nobody knows her. Why do we do that? I don't like Rose Park. This is out from my true heart. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ms. Creighton, please. Welcome. Lovely to see you. You have the floor when you are ready. Very good. Well, you only got a minute, so you can't be long.
Thank you so much. To this commission, my name is Linda Creighton. I'm actually on the Vice President of San Francisco Airport Commission. We just very recently did a very bold, brave, but brilliant thing in naming one of our terminals after Harvey Milk. And it was fabulous, but there was a lot of argument, there was a lot of disagreement, but we made the right decision. And so I say to you today, I support the renaming of the Central Subway System to Rose Park. A dedicated warrior, guardian, servant of the people, by the people, for the people, and of the people. Do the right thing.
Thank you, Commissioner Creighton. Next speaker, please.
I'm the volunteer, yeah, so the merchant, she's so busy and just play the video. My name is Cassie Guo.
I'm going to be the interpreter for the video. I'm a Chinatown resident. I prefer using Chinatown Station only, rather than Rose Park. It's easily recognized by location rather than the people's name. So this is my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
My name is Helena Lee. I support Chinatown Station only, no Rose Park. I will have to play a video because the person cannot be here.
Rose Park is the most controversial thing. I've lived here for half a century, never left Chinatown community. Everyone knows me well. So when the earthquake hit San Francisco and struck down Highway 480, Rose Park people showed like advocate activity to stir up the community. He asked us to shut down this business and protest. She asked for rebuilding the highway. But just 1 week after that, she completely overturned her stand and remained silent on the issue. She helped the then mayor of San Francisco to suppress the community's voice that led to the termination of rebuilding Highway 480. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
Hello everyone, my name is Zhe Jian. I live in Clay, Chinatown, over 7 years. I urge you not to vote for naming after Rose Park. She's too controversial. The people who liked her were her friends, who only saw the bad side of her. However, for us, people in Chinatown, we saw her true nature. She's got double face. We as Chinese don't like to introduce trouble into our life. That's why, even though she was a big bully, we dared not to speak up. We will be extremely sad and offended to see her name associated with the Chinatown Central Subway Station. We try to forget about her and past. Please don't bring back the disturbing memory while we take subway or walk by the station. So no Rose Park because we know she had connection with the powerful
Thank you
politicians.
very much. Next speaker, please.
My name is Ruby Cheng. I have video to show because this person cannot show up
大
today.
家好，我哋今日就要支持地鐵站
We're here to support Chinatown only to name Central Station.
我哋
We
係
strongly
堅
against
決
Rose
反
Park.
對用白蘭呢個人個名嚟做地鐵站，因為白蘭只
She's
不過
only a
係
political
天下，
broker.
佢就只不過
She
係
was much
小
more
幫
destructive
大破
and
壞。
less helpful to
四
the
百條
community.
公路當時
Highway 480 was
佢
removed from
促
Chinatown
成
because
呢
of
個
her.
拆咗，就搞到
And this
我
came
經
with
濟
the price
而家變
of
咗
a
咁
depression
蕭
in
條不
Chinatown
堪，
economy.
所以
So using Chinatown to name Central Station is most
就每人
appropriate.
都可以知道
Everyone knows what it means.
呢
It
個地
really
鐵站
helped
就
to
係我哋
boost
華埠，
our
咁
economy.
咧就對於呢個振興華埠經濟係好有大嘅幫助嘅。多謝各位，多謝各位三藩市居民。
Next speaker, please.
我叫展国成，我的朋友来不了，我代表他放一个 video。
My name is Jen Bo Chen.
我嘅辦公室寫字樓都係唐人埠，都係中國城，所以我知道呢件事
My office is
因
located
為
here in
我係中
Chinatown.
國
I'm
人，
well aware
咁
of
我
this
覺
issue.
得係我哋
As
中
a
國人嘅
Chinese,
地
I
方
feel
同
like
地
using
方
Chinatown
係
to
應該
represent
我
our
哋中國
community
城
is
中
the
國
right
人
thing to do.
下嚟做
It
呢
doesn't
個
make sense to
車
use
站嘅，
individual name
冇理由
to
用
name
私人
a
嘅
public
名嚟
station.
用車站個名，所以我個原因嘅問題。多謝。
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
Hi, my name is Adele. I'm here to represent my friend and they will not be able to attend the meeting, so I'll show you the video.
Rose Park doesn't represent us Chinese. She only cared about her own fame and profits. She was a symbolic of for grabbing and eating without paying for it. So she really shouldn't represent Chinatown. I'm here to voice out my opinion.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
Good afternoon. My name is Suha Sandoval, Legislative Aide to District 11, Supervisor Asha Safai. I just want to read something. Rose Pack played a central role in bringing to fruition the Central Subway, and as such, this is an appropriate honor to bestow upon her. And naming it Chinatown Rose Pack Station is an appropriate compromise. On behalf of Supervisor Safai, I support the renaming of the station. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
My name is Alan Zhang, and I'm a resident of San Francisco. I cannot deny that there are people who love Rose Pack. They are here. People like from CCDC or Chinatown Community Development Center, as we heard earlier. But can you see that so many people here do not love her? Why do they want to impose this naming upon all of us? They have no right. If they love Rose Pack, honor her among themselves. Why don't they call CCDC RPCDC, Rose Pack Community Development Center? Nobody will have any problem with that. If they don't do that, if they love to use Chinatown in their name of CCDC, why do they force us to do this with our public train station? What hypocrisy is this? Rose Pack's lover, with respect you, take your love private. Don't bring this to the public and impose upon the city.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
Good afternoon. My name is Hong Yan. We know the name on the subway station has symbolic meaning. If it is named Chinatown Rose Pack Station, it symbolizes that Rose Pack represents Chinatown. The reality is it doesn't. Throughout her life, Rose Pack was a power broker, weaving and dealing with local politicians. She claimed herself as a fighter for the minority Chinese, but Chinatown people could attest that behind every deal, Rose Pack had her hidden agenda. If you talk to Chinatown people privately, 90% of them don't like Rose Pack. Having her name on the central subway Chinatown station that Chinatown people would see every day is really offensive to the community. it's better to name it Chinatown Station. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
Good afternoon, board members. My name is Lee Song, and I'm here to oppose naming the Chinatown station after Rose Park. Some people might wonder why Falun Gong practitioners are so vocal against naming the Chinatown station after Rose Park. This is because we are not afraid of telling the facts as they are after surviving the Chinese Communist Party's brutal persecution for the last 20 years. Coming from their own experience of being deprived of fundamental rights to pursue life, liberty, and happiness, Falun Gong practitioners understand the importance of protecting freedom. As a result, we cannot let bad people like Rose Park to get honored in our community. Falun Gong practitioners are not alone on this matter. Many people from Chinatown are against naming the Chinatown station after Rose Park, but did not dare to speak up publicly due to their fear of Rose Park even after her death. We are only the silence breaker. Thank you.
Very much. Next speaker, please.
My name is Jason. I have been running my small business in Chinatown since 1990. So the reason I'm here today is against the use Chinatown Rose Park for the name of a Chinatown station. San Francisco Chinatown has been for over 100 years. It's very simple to take his most famous name for Chinatown station name. Why we have to use another name to confuse most people? So yes, Rose Park is Chinese, but she cannot representing us, representing most Chinese community. If you use her name for Chinatown station, it will be broken up Chinatown community in San Francisco. Also hurt the special tradition of Chinatown. So please just call Chinatown station same as Chinatown location. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
我係商業嘅，我係啲實物。今日我嚟到咧，我唔係話支持白蘭嘅，我係一心一意嚟咧就係支持 Chinatown Station only。
My name is Lisa. I'm the small business owner in Chinatown. I want to use my effort today to tell you guys just very simple, name the station as Chinatown only. No Rose Pack before and after. No Rose Pack.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And
Next speaker,
I'll do the next.
tell us your
Hi.
name, please.
Yeah, it's my. Hi, Board of Directors. I think it would be wise to name the station as Chinatown only. Rose Pack is Shalina. Yeah. Rose Pack is too controversial to make everyone accept her name as the new station. Rose Pack not only offended a lot of Chinatown people, she also carried out China's policy to suppress Taiwan, independence people, Tibetans, Falun Gong, Uyghurs. And I read articles that it mentioned Park slandered reporters without borders, the Dalai Lama, the Tibetan, etc., and urged the Chinese community to vote against Congresswoman Pelosi because she didn't support Beijing Olympics. Rose Pack launched the campaign, Use Votes Against Pelosi. And she said to the Chinese people, quote, the Chinese community cannot always be silenced. We need to use the ballots to make voice against Pelosi. My question to you is, when we are choosing to side with Rose Pack, are we supporting the US or the China Communist side?
Please, thank you.
Hi, my name is Scott Shields. First of all, I'd like to comment that society is very difficult to manage and operate, so I respect all of you that are participating in trying to make solutions in these tough environments. It's very difficult. I've stood with the press people all my life, okay? It sounds to me like people are standing for the interests and friendships of money and relationships. I understand that. That's politics. I heard what you said earlier on that tape. If you changed your mind on that, then you got to answer that. This is pictures of democracy now in Hong Kong. They fight for people so they can get voted on and make decisions based on intellect and fact, not based on personal relationships, friendly, and money. I've been a liberal all my life. I've fought against the oppressed. Falun Dafa is the oppressed. I'm not Falun Dafa. I've been 16 months investigating them. Oh my God. This man back here, 12 years, stand up, you may, stand up. 12 years in prison, smuggled video and risked his life for the BBC and me to report on this.
Thank you very much.
Don't vote for her.
Next speaker, please. You know what I'm gonna say? Stop it.
Yeah, that's like by the rules.
There you go. Thank you, Mr. Judith. Please.
Dear board members, People's Republic China's influence in San Francisco Chinese community, Alicia Zhang. People's Republic China's influence in San Francisco Chinese community and in San Francisco politics are obvious to many people, but you may not have realized that. According to the Hoover Institution report, China's influence and American interest, Beijing undertook a systematic program called the United Front to exploit overseas Chinese communities as a means of advancing its own political, economic, and security interests. One of the United Front organizations is called China Overseas Exchange Association, where Rose Pak was the executive director. It was directly led by China's State Department. Chinese Americans like Rose Pak and the United Front organization have led protest campaigns against Taiwan independence, Tibetans, Falun Gong, and other groups that are marginalized by this PRC.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
Hello, my name is Dean Segaris, and I'm continuing the previous speaker's speech. This is the Hoover Institution report, which we'll be passing to you. So Rose Pak was also given membership to China's most prominent national United Front body, the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, and this conference is held in Beijing, so she was invited there. Members are expected to write reports about how their activities have aligned with China's interests and to detail their work on China's behalf. As Supervisor Peskin said in 2011, Rose Pak represented the PRC's interests. The Hoover Institution report recommends that the United Front organization members should be required to register as foreign agents on behalf of China in the United States. How can you name San Francisco's central subway Chinatown station after a Communist Party agent whose actions were harmful to American interests and values? And I'll just pass it to you right now.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
大家好，我叫王蕊，是中国城的居民。那么我向大家说一个情况哈，在中国城呢，现在生意特别的萧条，那平均能下降15%左右吧。那犯罪率也非常高，而且无家可归的情况也越来越糟糕。但是呢，面对这么多问题哈，我们却不得不花大量的时间在这里用抵制白蓝命名这个。去掉他这种荒谬的想法哈，我们也很同情你们，也不得不来回听我们几个小时的这种辩论。那么我觉得这些都是因为 Billy Brown 和 Peskin 提出了这个以白蓝命名的地铁站引起的。那我们在这里呢等了一下午，没有别的选择，那只能是通过这种方式来进行反抗。所以我建议大家呢不要同意以白蓝命名中国的中央地铁站，那还给我们平静的生活。如果以中国城命名中央地铁站的话，不会有任何人有异议，所以不要去通过它。谢谢。
Thank you very much.
The translation. My name is Ray Wang, and I'm a Chinatown resident. This past summer, business at some Chinatown store dropped down like 50%. The crime rate went up, homelessness got worse, more stores are empty. We got lots of problems in Chinatown to deal with. Yet, we have to spend hundreds of hours fending off this nonsense naming after Rose Pak idea. And you have to sit here for hours listening to both sides arguing back and forth without doing your real job. All this is because Billy Brown and Peskin want to force Rose Pak's name down our throat. We had no choice but to fight back. Just vote down this idea and give us back our peace. Nobody will have any problem with a name called Chinatown Station. Please veto this idea and let us all go back to do some real work. Thank you.
Next speaker, please.
Good afternoon, dear members. My name is Linda. 3 years ago,
MTA already voted on the proposal to name Chinatown subway station after Rose Park. Your staff spent a lot of time and research on the city's naming policy. Why waste so much time to revisit this issue again? Because of political influence? It is not right. You ought to follow your policy and not cave into political pressure. The city is watching. Please do not support naming the station after Rose Park. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
Hello, board member. My name is Gigi. Rose Park promoted communist China's political views and compromised American interests. When Rose Park attended the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference National Committee in April 2014, she said to the Chinese reporter, "I can't come here just to enjoy free road and board. I have prepared several agenda items." She told the reporter that she spent a month preparing for the proposals. No wonder she is called Chinese Communist Party's agent. Honoring her would stay in San Francisco. Please don't name Chinatown Station after Rose Park. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
She has 2 videos to show.
My name is Buzi. So first,